The Deepwater Horizon oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico was the biggest in history. It gushed huge quantities of oil into the deep sea for a period of months. And everyone was appalled at the death of wildlife on the beaches as the oil slopped ashore. But in fact, the fishing industry in the Gulf of Mexico destroyed more animals in a day than that oil spill did in months. Because large areas were closed to fishing because of the possibility of being tainted by oil, marine life actually benefited from the Deepwater Horizon oil spill because it got a respite from fishing. The image of the fishing industry, which is deeply implanted in our minds from childhood. It's a little red boat chugging across a sparkling sea with Captain Birdseye at the wheel, with his white beard, and his twinkly blue eyes, and his fisherman's cap. And of course, what it really is a death machine. This is a highly effective, technological machine. You've got these massively powerful boats, huge fishing ships, whose purpose is to mop up the animals which are at the basis of the whole marine food chain, the fish. The constant media and global attention on plastics and fossil fuels are distracting from an industry we hear almost nothing about, with a much greater impact on the sea. Digging deeper, this is also true when it comes to coral reefs. With scientists predicting the loss of 90% of reefs by the year 2050, the only mainstream narrative on why reefs were dying was climate change. But hardly anyone was talking about the fact fish were vital to keep corals alive. The ecosystem on coral reefs is heavily based on recycling. When these animals excrete, that is food for the corals. As fishermen come in and catch the fish, not only is the fish suffering, but the products that the fish release into the water is food for the corals, and the nutrients to replace them and grow them up again will be lost. Fishing has become the major threat on many reefs around the world. From the Middle East to the Caribbean, where 90% of the large fish which prospered there for millennia have now disappeared. So our oceans were clearly at a turning point. Since the middle of the 20th century, humans have succeeded in extracting from the ocean immense quantities of wildlife. The estimate is by the middle of the 21st century, if we keep taking wild fish at the level that we are today, there'll be no commercial fishing, because there won't be enough fish to catch. In the middle of the North Sea in the 1830s, a typical fishing boat would be able to catch 1 or 2 tons of halibut every day. But today, the entire fishing fleet there catches about 2 tons of halibut across the entire year, which means that halibut is more than 1,000 times less abundant today than it was then. We are at war with the oceans. And if we win this war, we're going to lose it all, because humankind is not able to live on this planet with a dead sea. It's the total industrialization of fishing that is the problem here. We are pretty much destroying everything at rapid speed. Commercial fishing is essentially wildlife poaching on a mass scale, catching up to 2.7 trillion fish every year, or up to 5 million killed every single minute. No other industry on Earth killed anywhere near as many animals as this trade, let alone wild species that we barely understand. This has led to global fish populations, in some cases, plummeting to near extinction. But perhaps one of the most shocking facts of all came from one of the world's leading fisheries experts estimating that if current fishing trends continue, we will see virtually empty oceans by the year 2048. Hope you saw the fishing industries. Thank you.